Welcome back. Well, I spent the money, but I did not spend it in buying the soup factory. We are still gonna buy the soup factory. We're just gonna do something a little bit different. So I bought this field. It came up. It's got carrots in it, fully fertilized, ready to go. So what I thought I would do is buy this field, get this harvested. Now I list this unrealistic harvester purely because it is the only one. I tried all the other ones that I have downloaded with the smaller headers, but this is the only header that will actually harvest carrots. The other one harvests them, well, cuts them, but doesn't actually harvest them, which you can see a little bit of that evidence right there. One thing that I know, I found out, and I'll show you this in just a second, is if you end up using, actually, you know what? I don't want to do this. I want to do it a little bit different. Okay, get over here. If you end up planting any of the root crops and actually use to make those grooves, and then you roll it, this is what happens. You lose the fertilizing thing. So they will only fertilize that little line where the crop actually is. So stay away from rolling the fields that you've put root crops in. Man, hang on, that's unrealistic in so many ways. I don't want you to go that fast. It's ridiculous. Well, it's one that's unrealistic, and now you're going at 1,000, or make it 15 k's. 1,000 kilometers an hour, it's not that crash hard. The only way that I could do it without actually, you can imagine with that one row how long it would take me to harvest this field, and I didn't want to do that. So hopefully you guys won't mind that I'm using an unrealistic harvester and header. Well, as you can see, even with this colossal machine, it takes a long time to do a field like that. So you have no chance. I mean, I don't know how patient you would have to be. I mean, this is with this colossal machine, I think for like 14-15 minutes in real life. Okay, I could have done that at full speed and it would have been done by now, but that's not the point. So I think giants need to come up with something, like if they have that 3-header, the machine that they have, which is this one here, which is 3 meters, at least give it capacity. I don't care if it's 10,000 liters, at least give it some capacity. 20-30,000 liters would be ideal. It may not have capacity in real life, but in real life, most farmers would not be working by themselves. They would have tractors and trucks, and they would have, at least 3 or 4 people helping them with the harvest. So I think Giants needs to consider that. Imagine this. I mean, on this map, the field number 55 is probably the biggest. I didn't even realize that. It is the biggest. But you think of some of the other maps, it just this is where I think Giants don't think things through. They come up with awesome ideas. They do great equipment, but they don't actually think through the idea of a single player, a player that just plays for fun or for enjoyment. But it's not on multiplayer, it's just playing by himself. I think Giants kind of don't really take that into account unless they do that on purpose, in which case they say, well, we'll provide you the tools, or we'll let you come up with certain solutions, and you, me, the modders. That could be a thing that they're doing. In which case, I suppose it's a good strategy. But this has been out for a little while, and I haven't seen anyone even closely bring out something that would harvest all 3 of them with some type of capacity. So if I'm wrong, let me know. Maybe it's just that I haven't seen it, but it's there. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll wait. I'll borrow some money. Oh, we own 23,000. So no, we don't have we have a $10,000 loan. I was gonna say what? Okay, so we need to have about 145, 150,000. That will do. So we have $140,000 loan, which is not okay. It's not what I wanted to do, but it is the only way. Where are we? Super factory. Wow, it's not even far. That's beautiful. It is the only way that we can afford to buy this as well. Obviously, I will pay that back. Yes. Okay, the joy of bailing. Yeah. Do you think? No, it didn't seem like there was anything there, right? No. Oh, get stuck between two cars. Yeah, so we'll bring him and activate our soup factory. And then we should have the cash rolling in. So this is what farmers should get together in real life. I see it here in Australia, and I watch a lot of the American farmers. And I see what they're saying is, that they're getting massively ripped off by, oh, there's our harvester. They're getting massively ripped off by, the middleman. The middleman buys the crop and then sells it on at a massive profit compared to what farmers get. To me, just, somebody, farmers need to get together and start opening their own stores, start opening their own. That way they give themselves a lot more control over their own crops. So yeah, it's amazing that they don't do that. But I suppose, one, you would need the funds to be able to do that, to open all those sort of things. And then on top of that, you would have to deal with government regulations that would. It's funny how government regulations are that they would most likely have to go through so much red tape for them to do that. But, governments are okay with them getting ripped off massively. I mean, I hear here in Australia, milk is fairly cheap. Well, it used to be fairly cheap. Now it's about $10 for 3 liters. And from what I gather, the farmer gets under $1 per liter. So you think of it, he would get probably $2 something for the 3 liters, while the shops are selling them for 10. And you get all these ads on TV saying, "Oh, we're looking after our farmers," blah blah blah. Yep, they're looking after the farmers, all right. Because the farmer can't say nothing, because if he says something, all of a sudden he's off the buying. They just don't buy from them. He's off the list, and then he can. What is he gonna do? We do have a thing that started in Australia years ago, farmers market, but they now became they own all supermarkets and all that. They're not really better than a handful of farmers started this, but they're no longer better than what used to be just the norm with the other suppliers. So it is a sad thing to see that the governments of the world the governments of the developed world don't seem to comprehend the importance of farming. I mean, we have here farmland that is being destroyed for mining. Some Chinese company or something to that degree, some other company from outside Australia comes in, does whatever they need to do to get licensing to look for gold or whatever or coal or whatever they look for, and they just discover, oh yeah, there's lots of it in this particular area, but this particular area's farm, well, that land will just buy out the farmer at, even if you think about it, even if the farm says worth 100 million and this particular company gives them 200 million for that farm, you think of the loss to the country, where you as a country now have lost a massive area of place where you can grow food. Not only that, because if you lose a farm, they always say, well, when we're done with it, we'll do it back. get filled with all sorts of chemicals and all sorts of disgusting things. But that's not even the point. You lose the skill, because those farmers get the money. Okay, they may be well off now, maybe. Maybe they're up to their eyeballs in debt and they sell the farm for $200 million, but they probably left bugger all in their pockets. And you lose the skill. I see our fabrication here in Australia. It's almost non-existent now. But not only that, we lose the skills. We no longer have the skills to do such things, and we depend on other countries, which is really, really silly and pathetic. That, you know, the people that are elected to look after the country, they don't seem to comprehend. Well, they do, but yeah, they do, but, and I think all of you guys know the rest. It's sad. It is sad. Tradesmen, I look in here where I am, tradesmen. Now they just being like tradesman is no longer a trade. You do whatever you do for 5 minutes and then you're a tradesman. And then they wonder why the quality of the work and everything is like it is. But what can you say? Not much. So what I'll do is I will, I was gonna say for a second, but hang on, didn't I bleach the header as well? Alright, so the soup factory is where? Okay, it's there somewhere. Alright, we'll take this to the soup factory. I'm hoping that I can unload from straight from here. Hopefully, anyway. So my soup factory is right there. Don't want to sell the carrots. I want to put them in here, but I doubt that it will take 1 million liters. Almost 1 million liters, that is. So pipe out. Okay, so maybe I need to do this. Good. Don't smash into the building. We don't own the machine. Okay, what is going on? That kind of confused me the way this thing was done. Carrot soup. Oh, it's automatically activated. Carrot soup. So storing, spawning, we can get it to spawning. All right, I think we've had a very, very good progress so far. We'll just push this out of the way and we'll just leave it here. Anyway, have a wonderful day wherever you are. God bless you and your family. I'll see you in the next episode.